it is Gay Pride Month or whatever June is. Despite, I feel like I haven't seen as much as we normally do for gay pride shit in June. However, we should celebrate at least a little bit, Jay. How fitting was it that on Gay Pride Month, basically right as it started, we found out that Black Gay Doctor Who is dead. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Black Gay Doctor Who, who's been bragging about being Black Gay Doctor Who the BBC pushed as Black Gay Doctor Who and was a complete ratings failure. Black Gay Doctor Who is, in fact, dead. It's over.
Can I ask
Doctor Who no more. Ncuti Gatwa regenerates in season 2 finale. Now, Jay, I know you're a big Doctor Who fan. In fact, before the stream started, you said, I don't know anything about Dr. Hill. Those were your exact words. I don't know anything about Dr. Hill.
That's right.
All you need to know, Jay, is that Doctor Who, like so many franchises that have lasted for decades and decades, has also been destroyed over the last several years. When they brought the female doctor, Jodie Whittaker, and it was a massive virtue signal to do that, that saw ratings decline. When she finally left, they decided, you know what? Why don't we double down? That wasn't progressive enough to have the doctor be a woman for the first time. We need to make him black and gay, and we need to brag about it the entire time. Well, you saw the worst ratings in like the 60-year history of this show occur with Black Gay Doctor Who, with seemingly every episode focused on shitting all over the fans of this longtime franchise. Everything was part of the message. Everything was a virtue signal. And despite Ncuti Gatwa just a few months ago talking about how excited they were for the next season and stuff like this and getting ready to film, turns out that all the rumors about him being done and being axed and being out, turns out all of those are reality. I did want to show you a little bit, though, Jay, about, you know, how this happened. This probably, he's wearing a dress, by the way.
Dr. Hill?
Who's wearing a dress. But this is his regeneration scene. I want to show you just a couple parts of it.
I'm never alone with you.
What?
Joy to the world!
Wait, what? He's never alone? Who's he talking to?
It's been an absolute joy.
This has been an absolute joy.
And now he's being regenerated, which means that there's a new doctor, right? But it's who it was that was shocking for some people. It's fitting that he was already wearing a dress to be regenerated into another woman. Now, Jay, this actress's name is Billie Piper. She was a Doctor Who companion, I feel like 20 years ago. And, you know, some people loved her as a companion, but the idea of a companion becoming potentially the next Doctor Who is something that a lot of Doctor Who fans are not super happy with. But here's her introduction.
Hello.
End scene. And I saw Gary post this. Congratulations to the BBC, Disney, and Russell T. Davies on your flawless victory. You've lost more viewers and money than we could have thought possible. We talk about the state of Star Wars and a lot of these other franchises. I could not imagine being a massive Doctor Who fan and how you would feel after the past decade. Because as bad as these things have been, there's an argument to be made that what's happened to Doctor Who is quite possibly much, much worse. But I thought it was very appropriate for them to do this to kick off June, to kick off Gay Pride Month, to let go, gay Black Doctor Who. Congratulations, BBC.
Do you think they originally were planning on just keeping him around a lot longer, and because the ratings were just so bad, at least from what I've seen, they just were like, if we don't move on now, there'll be nothing left of this IP being smashed into the ground.
Well, look, in October of 2024, Ncuti Gatwa was on the Graham Norton show saying he was going to be filming another series of Doctor Who next year.
Okay, yeah.
And now here we are. And he says, well, it was always part of the plan. I never, he talks about, like, when you factor in the fatigue and I'm tired and shit like that, which is wild, first of all.
What?
Like, look at this. It was always the plan to do this amount of seasons, despite you saying you were looking forward to filming again this year. right? It was always the plan to do this amount of seasons because it's a role that demands a lot of you, physically and emotionally and mentally. The actors playing the Doctor, only actors playing the Doctor. Unfortunately, we're mere mortals. I would love to have the energy and the youth to be able to do this full time for the rest of my life, but my knees are telling me it's time. Now,
What?
From somebody I saw in the chat the other day, maybe his knees are killing him because he's constantly fucking on his knees based on his lifestyle and proclivities. But do you know how old this guy is, Jay?
I couldn't even guess.
Well, he's talking. You'd think he's fucking 50.
Yeah.
He's 32.
Oh,
Like, come on, bro.
what a
Like,
stupid excuse that is.
yeah, I would love to have the youth. You're 32. Like, shut the fuck up. Obviously, things didn't go as planned. Obviously, it's been a disaster for the BBC, and Disney got involved with the distribution of Doctor Who. They pumped $100 million into this. Actually, more than $100 million. I think it was 100 million pounds into this project. So it's another massive failure for them. Somebody said something like 32 is actually 55 in gay years or something.
Maybe. Who knows?
But yeah, goodbye. It means I'm not going to be able to make any more videos titled Black Gay Doctor Who Ratings Disaster, which is kind of
now it'll be about a woman. Maybe the woman will have ratings disasters. Then it could be female. Has there been a female Doctor Who before?
Yes, there was one
Yeah,
right
okay.
before Black Gay Doctor Who, and it was a nightmare. Before Black Gay Doctor Who, it was the lowest ratings in history.
Perfect.
She returned temporarily in this finale to be like, was like, I'm the best doctor ever. And she's like, the best male doctor, maybe. Saying that she's the best doctor ever.
Great.